I'm Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life. And today I want to talk about something I'm getting a few questions on, which is the affiliate system at Markee Dragon and how, if you have a website or a YouTube channel or some other way of sending people to the site, how you get affiliate commissions and what is required of you. So I got a question here from Rundas, and he says he signed up for the affiliate system and he wanted to know whether or not he needed to give his social security number, photo ID, billing address, stuff like that. You know, he's a little bit concerned about his privacy, and I agree. You should be concerned about your privacy. Here's what the law says. The law says that if we pay you over $600 in a calendar year, like from January to 1st to December 31st, that we must collect tax information on you if you live within the United States. If you live outside of the United States, it doesn't matter how much money you earn. We don't have to collect that information, and we don't report it to your government. We only report to the United States government. Now, the only information that's needed is, yes, it's your real name, your address, and your social security number. Now, we don't ask for that within our website. We won't put any information on our website that is personal information like that. I mean, we'll put your name and address and maybe phone number, email address, stuff like that. But social security, we treat that completely different, and so it's actual form. And you would email us a document or actually send it in postal mail, and we would handle that much different. But you don't need to worry about that until you reach about the $500 mark, and then we will ping you on that if we need that, and then we only need it once. So if multiple years in a row you're doing over $600 a year, we'll still use that same information each time. We don't need to have you submit it every time. Now, we pay out via PayPal, typically. We can pay out via check, but we want it to be a couple $100 worth if we're going to pay out by check, because it's very manual, whereas PayPal, just hit a button and it's good to go. So some other common questions about our affiliate system is how much does it pay? And typically it pays 5%. If you're a super affiliate, it may pay a little bit more, and it can depend on the product. So with EVE Online, let's see, we're supporting right now, we're supporting EVE Online, we're supporting World of Tanks with the American packs, and we're supporting Link Realms. And all of those, the margins are not huge on that. And so you say 5% ain't crap, no kidding. But the margins on these are not big, and if you were to look at some of the other resellers out there and see what they're paying, it's going to be very, very similar. And then there's something else to take into consideration, and that is the trust for the reseller. So even if, let's do some math here. Let's say that you were sending business to a place that paid you 10% on each sale. And let's say that was $1. It was a $10 item, and so you got $1 off of every sale. And for every 100 people you send there, 10 of them buy, which is actually a really good rate. Now, then you send to us, and let's say we pay 50 cents because we're paying 5%. And but 25 people out of every 100 you send actually make a purchase. And so here's the math on how that works. So you're looking at 25 people at 5% equals $12.50, whereas at 10%, 10 people equals $10. Which one pays you more? So that is something to consider, and that is something that we work on very, very hard. And you know why? Because we believe that customer service is the #1 reason why you should buy from us. We have the same products as other people. Sometimes we offer discount codes. Like if you're into World of Tanks and you watch my World of Tanks videos, you'll see me talking in there about a special code to get you a discount. and we have a lot of people that use that. But the fact is that we really work hard on customer service, and I'm just going to share with you some of the stuff that we believe, and in how we operate business, and if you're a business owner, you can apply this to your own business. And that's that we're in a generation of gamers, the newer gamers coming in, that are they are not willing to wait for a purchase. It's an instant gratification type thing, and it started several years ago. And I can't remember what the generation is called, but we've got a couple generations now that are very instant. And think of how your parents were to purchase things online. Maybe, well, let's just say that 20 years ago, we didn't really use the internet to purchase things, and it wasn't instant. Anything that was digital goods, like let's say you're buying a code. Okay, it's the same as a game card that you would buy in Target or Walmart or something like that. Well, if you were to order one, you do it mail order. And so what you would do is you would either phone in, or you would send an order form with a check into the processing center, and or the catalog or whatever, and then they would turn around and send you your item, and you'd have to pay shipping on top of it too. And that whole turnaround, some of them that were really fast were maybe 5 days, and do credit card by phone or whatever. And that is the generation that I grew up in. And then my parents and grandparents. My grandparents used to have Sears and Roebuck catalogs, and there were these thick-ass catalogs that you would order stuff through, and if it had to be shipped across the country, it would take 4 to 6 weeks to arrive. And so as we get more technological and everything, the instant delivery is more and more important. And so we believe that a first-time customer should not have to wait more than 20 minutes to receive their product. And that is a goal that we have. Now, it's just Alexandra and I running the store, and so sometimes it's me actually processing your orders. And but we are human, and since it's just Alexandra and I, there's a lot of automation that happens on the site and everything, and so there is a lot of stuff that's automatically processed, but there is a lot of things too that have to be done manually. And there's some anti-fraud stuff that has to be done manually, and so that's why, as a first-time customer, it's not a bam instant delivery in most cases. There are some cases where it is, but in most cases it is not. And so anyway, we believe that 20 minutes is about the longest you should have to wait to receive your product as a first-time customer, and then beyond that, when you're without giving away our details of how stuff is done in the background on that stuff, eventually you'll get everything instantly. And that doesn't happen overnight, but eventually that's how it works. So now with the affiliate systems, we have affiliates that are earning thousands of dollars a month. And so it is possible that you could make a living at it. Some of the other companies that I worked at or I owned, you could make a very good living, and especially if you're in a lesser developed country where the economy is different, where the U.S. dollar is really strong. You can get, it doesn't take as much money to earn a living, to earn a really good living. And I can tell you that myself as an affiliate, I started out as an affiliate doing affiliate programs, but it was in a different realm. But it was for video games. My buddy Tim and I was making around $13,000 a month, and he was making over $20,000 a month. And this was from referring sales for video games. So if if you wonder whether or not you can be really successful at this, the answer is yes. But the answer is also that you have to work very, very hard at it. People who in the United States, I don't know how this is in other countries, but in the United States there's Amway. And Amway, or did they rename it? I don't remember. But there's Amway, there's Melaleuca, there's some other pyramid sales type things of different body lotions and stuff like that. And they even have some that are for like cooking, and then there's another one that I heard about that was like for sex toys. I've never been to one of those parties, but sounds interesting. Not that I need sex toys. So, but all of these, if you just work it really casually, you'll make a few bucks. If you work it as a full-time job, then you can make a living at them. And so, if you are really serious about it, you can make good money. And now let me give you some more ideas here on the kinds of things that convert well or work well. Let's say you had, like for EVE Online, you had some EVE Online database, and that you had a whole bunch of information in there that really helped the players. And let's just say you give it all away for free. Well, in exchange, you just tell people that this is all for free. We do this all for you. And in exchange, would you consider using this link to buy your game time codes that you're already purchasing? Simple as that. A lot of people who appreciate the website and the value that you offer will do that. Then, you could take it a step further. What if you had tools on your website? And so you have tools that are let's just say something that enhances gameplay. Nothing illegal, nothing that violates terms of service, but something that gives you extra information and everything, and something that you might consider selling as a subscription or something like that. Well, if you were to hook up like with an API with us, your system there, then and something that you normally sold access to, you could, in exchange, you could tell people, okay, if you want to buy your game time codes through Markee Dragon here, then we will credit your account, your subscription. And so you can bind those accounts together. And we've done that for other sites to put in automation to make those things seamless for the members of the sites. And that works out really well too, because then they're getting something of extra value. It's exceeding their expectations. It's what is that called? There's a marketing term for that. Oh my goodness, that's my phone. Oh yes, it's reminding me of something I need to do in our store. I'm on the ball, man. So it is a value add. So let's say it was $10 a month or $10 a year to access this data on your site, and then they buy 5 EVE time codes and they get the access for free. And what typically happens is that they get the access for free, but people buy more codes than that, and they'll continue to use you. And so then you'll get credited beyond that as well. So it and if they switch games too, like let's say that you're supporting EVE Online and they switch to World of Tanks, you'll still get the credit for that too. So that is, I hope, gives you kind of an overview of what you can do with an affiliate system. Now this doesn't have to apply just to ours. And so I don't think that we are the end-all to everything. I think that we provide the best customer service with the games that we support, and that's why we only have a few games, because we are very, very anal about what it is that we are doing and how we are supporting supporting those. And so we're bringing on just a few games. We're not going to expand out into everything. We're going to be very, very selective. And something, an example is that we tried supporting World of Warcraft, but the market there is much different. There's a lot of people in the market that undercut, that sell at like near cost on the game cards, and they must have something other of value that people buy at their sites. And we decided that that was not a market we would compete in, because we have to be able to earn something in order to support it, and we didn't want to play that kind of game. So anyway, on to another subject. Look at this. So I'm getting all the shelves set up. My dad's here right now. Maybe I can get him on video. We're going out filming. And maybe I can get him on some of the videos. But he helped me build all the shelves, and we're getting ready to put the actual shelves in. And I started putting some stuff up, and so I'm going to have a lot of fun stuff back there. Now, another thing, at the end of this video, if you've made it this far, there's going to be a War Z guest code shown in the credits. And it's not available until October 31st to use. And so I think that it's going to be that the first person on October 31st to use it is going to get it. I don't know. So you guys can let me know. So if you are playing War Z and you have some spare guest codes, send them to me in YouTube, and I will give you props in the credits. And I'll keep showing these until around October 31st. Videos I make after that won't include these. And so we're going to give away a whole bunch of those, as many of them as I can come up with. And they'll be for you guys who haven't bought the game but would like to try it. Now also, we have Dust 514 beta codes for free at the store. There's a link in the description to that. And the last thing is that Dust 514 is a PS3 game. And so if you happen to have an extra PS3 laying around that you'll sell me really, really cheap that works, message me in YouTube. Or email me or whatever. I am looking for a cheap PS3. I don't know that I'm going to play any other games on it other than I'm going to try Dust 514. It's a PS3 only game. And so I'm not looking to go out and buy a brand new console or anything. I'm looking to get one cheap. So if you have an extra one laying around that you're not using and you want to give it up, right here. So, okay, thanks everybody for watching. Do send me your questions. I know this one was a lot more business related and everything, but sometimes that's the topic. So, now watch for that War Z code.